Welcome back. Our first guest of the week is Larry Maki, one of my personal favorites. It's great to have you back on the show.
Yeah, thank you very much. That's awful nice of you to say that.
Well, it's awfully true. We're checking out old phone books today. These are crazy old. Like, what years? This is 1950.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder if my grandparents would be in here. I'm going to hold it up for the camera.
Well,
tell me about this.
Well, first of all, CFJC was on St. Paul Street in 1950, and it's listed in there. And if the most remarkable thing about this was that in 1950, for the few people we had in Kamloops, there was 5 taxi companies in Kamloops.
What? Why?
They're all listed in there. I have no idea. Somebody said to me that when some of the ranchers or stuff came into town and had a squirt, you know, after work and got a little... They couldn't take their buggy back home, so they hired a taxi and they had to go out to...
Come on.
Well, that was one of the... I don't know if that's the truth or not.
That is crazy. This is so neat.
And I put the mark where CFJC is listed in there.
It goes.
Oh, and I knocked it off.
That's okay. That's allowed.
Yeah.
I'm just... Oh, there's my grandpa on Dominion Street. Clark Ian G.
Yeah.
And so everything's listed under the man because it's 1950.
Sure.
And that's fine.
That's right.
It's fine for the 1950s.
And even the ladies were called Mrs. Jack.
Yes, they were.
They never had a first name.
Right. Yeah. I wouldn't want to be Mrs. Jack anybody.
No.
No, I don't like it. Okay, so that's the Caribou.
That's the Caribou,
so Bill,
1955.
Bill was looking up because
when you look at that Kamloops one, for example, look at the area it covers, not just Kamloops.
It's all outer-lying areas because North Kamloops and...
Penticton, Merritt, the whole schmear is in there.
That is a very small population at the time then.
Yeah. And the Caribou one takes in everything from Quesnel through to 100 Mile and Clinton.
Wow.
And it's only a couple of pages.
Yeah, no, it's very different. Where did you find these?
I get lucky every once in a while, but I do search for them, and I love the things. So I found them in a sale, and I wanted them so bad. The same as these. Now, in 1953, 54, 55, Kamloops High School band went to Holland and won the world championship.
I didn't know that.
I know, that's so, and
what is that?
We went Dutch. That's the whole time they spent in Holland and came back with the world championship. That's the Kamloops High book.
No way.
Yeah, and I put a couple of markers in there so you could see some of the, that's them.
That is so cool. And so they put this whole format, this whole program together?
Yes, and this was the student body in this copy here, 1954. This was them, and the band is listed in there. And the accolades they give the instructor, the band instructor, is just beyond belief in there. McMurdo?
Oh, yeah.
Mr. McMurdo. And
McMurdo?
Yeah.
Don't we have a road named after him downtown, McMurdo?
I think so.
Sounds familiar, doesn't it?
And on this one, we have a street named at that one
Vickers.
too.
Yeah. Lots of people.
It's right out in Valley View.
That's really cool. So what year was this that they went over to Europe?
54, 55. And
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is amazing. And a lot of people don't know that we won the world's championship in marching bands.
Marching bands, okay.
And there's a picture of the band there, and there they are here in the yearbook there. And the most remarkable thing about this was that year was the biggest graduating class in Kamloops history, was out of the 54. Wow. And that was only 2 years after there's a picture of the new school here. Right here, that was Kamloops High, just built. They had moved from the old school to the new school.
Right, because this is now very old, but at the time, that was very new.
Yeah, that was the brand new school at the time.
Yeah, this one
right here. You can see the ground's not even done yet.
They haven't even put the grass in.
No.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
And it was called Kamloops Junior Senior High School.
Yeah.
And now we're waiting for funding from our provincial government to fix it up.
Absolutely.
Wow. Crazy times.
Well, it is so much fun.
It is fun.
I brought that little card thing because in the 40s and 50s, you could go into a store, and if something was, say, 25 cents, and you didn't know whether you wanted to buy it or not, they'd give you one of these little punch cards and say, punch a number, and if you get a penny, you only pay a penny for it. But if you hit the 39 cents, you can't go any higher than that, you have to pay the 39 cents. But you could get for a lot less. And those were the gambling things they used, and the government didn't like them.
I'm sure.
But every store seemed to have them. And this one I brought because it had to do with skating. This is Barbara Ann Scott. And she sent this picture to the lady who asked her for it. And she says on the back in her handwriting, she's sorry because that's the only one she had right now. She hopes it'll do. And she won the gold medal and then became a superstar.
Look at her. She's gorgeous, first of all. And what year did she win?
Oh, gosh.
I'm testing you because I don't really have a clue.
Yeah, it had to be the early 50s. One of the...
She's a dish.
Yeah. And she became a movie star. She did a lot of movies and one of Canada's most favorite people. Yeah.
She's beautiful.
Yeah.
How much fun is this? This has been fun. I love the phone books. I want to look at them more. And see who else
you would. If I brought the director, you'd go crazy over that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because every human in British Columbia is listed in there, their name, their address, and what they did for a living. So you would have fun with that.
Isn't that interesting?
Oh,
they would never allow that now.
Oh, no. I love it.
Yeah, no, it's very cool. I would love to snoop through that.
Yeah.
We're getting the goodbye way from Marcel.
Yes.
I know. Anyway, thank you so much for being here.
Just one quick thing. On March the 16th and 17th, Cottonwood
Community Center
is having the only antiques and collectible sale again this year, this March.
This March, and the dates again are
16th and 17th of March. Yeah.
Cottonwood Community Center.
Yes.
And it's always fun to go there and see the cool things.
It's wonderful.
Fantastic. All right. Information on the screen if you have something you'd like to have Larry check out for you, a little relic that's hanging around the house. You don't know the history about it. Maki at TELUS.net. We're back after a quick break. Stay with us.